In case you missed it, on June 27, 2025, Congo and Rwanda signed the Washington Peace Agreement, a treaty meant to end the war in eastern Congo. Now, it wasn't signed in Kinshasa or Kigali, but in Washington, D.C. And who brokered this deal? The United States President, Donald Trump. Let that sink in. It begs the question, what happened to leadership in Africa? President Felix Tshisekedi called the Washington Peace Agreement the most important diplomatic achievement in over 30 years. And here's what bothers me. This achievement required flying all the way to another continent. And worse, it comes at a significant cost to Congo's resources. What happened to African solutions to African problems? There was a time when we had giants of African leadership who moved with charisma and moral authority. When a coup broke out in Sao Tome, President Obasanjo didn't just watch. He flew in with President Frandik de Menezes and helped restore democracy within a week. When Nigeria was about to break into civil war, Ghana's leader, General Ankara, stepped in and brought Generals Gowon and Ojukwu together in 1967, trying to prevent the war before it even started. Those men weren't perfect, but they showed up. They led. They believed in African solutions to African problems. Now, we have the African Union, we have SADC, even ECOWAS, all these institutions created for times such as this. And yet, Rwanda and Congo could find no leadership in Africa to help them resolve their differences until they sat across from each other in Washington, D.C. Yes, there were attempts. President Ramaphosa attempted mediation. The Luanda process tried, the Nairobi process tried. But in the end, the signatures that mattered did not come from Addis Ababa or Johannesburg. They came from Washington. If anything, this reveals a serious leadership vacuum in Africa that we can no longer ignore. The tragedy isn't that the war lasted for so long, it's that it required looking beyond our own continent for solutions. Until African leaders can solve African problems on African soil, we will keep signing treaties that feel less like victories and more like admissions of our own limitations. I'm Beloved, and this is your Beloved Brief.